seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining, and they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes, we are. Welcome, everybody, to the Taproom Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Stacks on Stacks Lats, joined with my man, Big Ball and Ben Larson. What's going on tonight, Ben?
Not much, man. Enjoying the day. We're getting closer to Friday, so I cannot complain. I had to bring it back. It's been too long since I've been dying for those Fridays, so gotta bring it back.
Yes,
how you
sir.
doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. If the Angels could pull out this W, that'd be nice.
There you go.
But at the same time, it's like if they lose 13 straight, you know, these jokes are gonna get off. So
yeah,
it's a win-win in my situation. But
either way, yeah.
Before we get started, I do have to mention we are being brought to you by theyre. Make sure to go to theyre.com or download the Theyre app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your confines.
You got to get up and sign, though. That's the only thing you got to do.
Okay,
Press some buttons and then sign your name.
When you get the package, you have to sign.
Yeah,
but other than that, you don't even got to get up.
Nope. With
that being said, Ben, are you sipping on anything tonight?
I am. I'm going with the Elysian Dank Dust IPA. Coming in at, I didn't even look what the percentage on this one was. 8.2%. So pretty high on this one.
It's a big baller there.
I've had this one before. It's absolutely crazy because it smells and tastes just like weed. But I mean, I wouldn't know. But right.
Of course not.
No. College was fun. But yeah, it's a good one. This is definitely one that I go back to a lot. Nice. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a strawberry daiquiri sour ale by Weldworks Brewing Company. Nice. This is a sour ale with strawberry, vanilla beans, milk sugar, and natural flavors. They don't have a percentage on here, so I don't even know how strong it is. It could be fucking 7, but like it doesn't say anything on there. That's what I was looking for.
Interesting.
But nothing on there. But yeah, I haven't even poured it yet because I'm still finishing the one I poured right before we went on. But it's almost over. But I'm looking forward to that one. Should be pretty tasty. I love strawberry. Seems like a great, springtime, summertime beer. Hopefully, though, there was strawberries recalled in the United States because of E. coli. Hopefully, those strawberries are not in here, dude. So if you see me vomiting profusely, then you know what happened. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this one, man. Looking forward to the show. Got a nice show packed.
A lot of stuff to talk about.
NHL Eastern Conference Finals, especially, which we're going to get to in a minute, and then we're going to preview the NBA Finals Game 3 as we head back to Boston.
Yep. And
I have an interesting bet I've been trying to see if anyone would take my action on today, but I haven't been able to get anyone to bite. Okay. But let's hop into the NHL first, Ben. So the New York Rangers go up 2-0. They were the underdogs coming into the series. Obviously, the Tampa Bay Lightning, I almost said Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Lightning are two-time defending Stanley Cup champions, going for a three-peat here.
Yeah.
And the Rangers were red hot, man. Coming off the Game 7 W against the Hurricanes, win 2 in a row at home. They are up 2-0 through 2 periods in Game 3 against the Lightning, and the Lightning come back, score 3 unanswered goals, win the game 3-2, and then today absolutely fucking dominated the game. It was 4-0, 3-0. The Rangers got a goal with a power play goal with 3 minutes left.
Yep.
Tampa Bay puts in an empty netter, 4-1. The game was never even close. It was never in doubt. The Rangers never stood a chance. What's your thoughts on how this series is? We're 2-2 now. We're heading back to New York. What's your thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little unfortunate for the Rangers because they're getting injured. And I think that's one of the biggest things that is really pushing what probably was their loss today. Was you have Ryan Strome, who didn't play today, and Philip Cheidel, who left in the second period. And Cheidel's been super hot. Strome has been playing really good hockey. Maybe not getting the goals, but definitely, has got a couple assists and, has been strong in their lineup. And when you're missing two centers, that is not, that's not how you're going to win hockey games. And, it's definitely tough to see because you were absolutely right. They had the hottest goalie going into this. They were on a run. But I think a little bit of this is probably the NHL wanting the Lightning to be back in the playoffs, or sorry, back in the finals, to go for that three-peat. But
they would much rather have the Rangers in there, dude.
Yeah, I think it's a better story for the Lightning to be in there. But
they don't care about that. They got they want that New York market more than anything.
That's true. That's very true. Surprisingly large hockey market in Tampa Bay, though.
Well, so, I mean, when you win back-to-back Stanley Cups, dude,
that's true. Like that's very true.
It's bound to happen. I mean,
you're looking for Patrick Maroon to go four straight.
Yeah,
but I don't think anybody's beaten Colorado, so it doesn't matter.
Goes in. I was talking to Irving earlier today, and I was like, man, I think Tampa Bay's gonna win the series now, but they're gonna get smacked by Colorado.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I think we're starting to see, Vasilevsky get settled into this series and what the Rangers are putting at him.
Yeah.
And that Vasilevsky is the best goaltender in the league, and there's a reason for that. He is huge. He gets in. All he has to do is get in front of the puck. He doesn't have to make acrobatic saves because he's so big. Those pads don't, hurt his size either. But he is the top goalie for a reason, and he's becoming a little bit more, confident in net and, making big stops today.
Yeah, I think that's a great point right there, and that's kind of where I was heading. Is when the Rangers were up 2-0 in the game 3, and they really had like their foot on Tampa Bay's throat, and I thought they had to take one of two in Tampa Bay to win the series. If they didn't, I thought this series. I said from the beginning. I said it on Sunday, and I said it on last night's show. If Tampa Bay ties up the series, Tampa Bay is going to win the series because they're going to take away all that momentum that New York had, and the Tampa Bay Lightning are obviously capable of winning on the road, dude. They're not the Carolina Hurricanes. They're a much better team and much more seasoned than Carolina. So when the Rangers lost that game, I was like, okay, like they probably should have won that game. They lose. They have to win game four. It's a must win for them.
Yeah.
And they lost. But more importantly, which you kind of alluded to, is that they built up confidence in Vasilevsky now. Like they couldn't get anything by him really. And not only that, but they weren't even getting good shots, dude. Like they weren't good shot opportunities. Like through 2 periods, they only had 2 good shot opportunities. And I just think that now you give all the momentum back to Tampa Bay, a team that's won a championship that can obviously win on the road. I just think this is it's very dangerous territory for the Rangers. I mean, Game 5 is obviously a must-win for them, in my opinion, Ben. I don't know if you agree with that, but I think they absolutely have to win Game 5. And if they lose it, this series could very well be over in 6 games. Could be quick work for the Tampa Bay Lightning. But, man, I thought the Rangers really lost a golden opportunity there, Ben, in Game 3. And unfortunately, hockey, we talked about this before, man. It's a lot of momentum, and momentum carries you. And now the Lightning have all of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's back to a 3-game series. And, if I have to put my money on anyone in a 3-game series, it's going to be the team who's been to the finals the last 2 years. Even though that's not the team that I want to win, that's the team that knows how to win, who's been put into those spots and who has been successful in those spots in the past. And it's crazy. I think this still goes to 7. I'm still going to give the Rangers one more game. But I think it's going to be a 4-3 kind of series final. And that's even better for Colorado, because the Rangers are throwing their weight around. They had 35 hits today. They're not making this easy, for
Yeah, but they
Tampa
can't
Bay.
score.
But yeah, oh no, absolutely. But I think that's why it makes it easier for Colorado, is because the Rangers are putting those hits out. They are being physical in there. Reeves has gotten under, a couple of the Lightning skin, and is, making this a difficult series for them. And I think it's just gonna tire them out. They had 10 days off before this, so they are rested. But now you look at Colorado with that sweep. Now they're going to be getting rested right now. They're going to be getting healthier, and I think it's better for them to get healthy now than to be in a 7-game series like Tampa Bay is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, with Kadri being hurt too, it only helps.
Kadri won't be back. He had surgery on his hand. He'll be out.
Oh, he's out for the playoffs?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Likely. Very likely.
I mean, he's a hockey player, dude. He'll figure it out. No, I'm just joking.
If he didn't have surgery, I'd say yeah, he might be back. But
yeah, I mean, yeah. But the only thing is like rest. Sometimes, like we saw this with the Lightning, like they came out very sluggish in Game 1.
Yeah.
And that, dude, that's like I just keep going back to that, man. The Rangers just lost so much momentum, dude, and I just don't see them recovering from this.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, at least Strome was out on the pregame skate. It'll be interesting to see what is really up with Cheidel. But again, 2 of your top centers being out.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's major difficulties there.
It's not good, and they just couldn't get the puck in, dude. And like I said, dude, they weren't even getting good shots, dude. Like they were kind of just like throwing the puck on the net. Like nothing was like a good, clean look. So they weren't even making it difficult on Vasilevsky, you know what I mean? So we'll see, man. Rangers definitely have to win Game 5. They lose Game 5, it's a wrap. And if it goes 7, man, I still like the Rangers because they have Game 7 at home. So I mean, if they can get it to a Game 7, I think they absolutely have to be the favorite to win the series. I don't think it's going to get to a Game 7 at this point. I'm probably not going to bet the next game just because I don't like the momentum swing, and if I were to take a bet, I would probably take the home team, but I'm just not comfortable taking the Rangers at this point. So, if the Rangers do win, though, this could be a 7-game series.
Yeah.
We'll see. You think the Rangers are going to win Game 5, though, obviously. You got to go on 7.
I have them winning either 5 or 6. I think they'll get one more. Probably at home. So
5.
I'd give them 5, yeah.
Man, because if they win Game 5, I think they have a great chance at winning the series.
Yeah.
Obviously. But what's your thoughts on because we've spoken about we both thought the Oilers were gonna get swept. Oh, on Sunday we did.
I was gonna say you thought that, huh?
They get swept, and it was an interesting game though. It was a really fun game to watch.
It was. I was surprised. I mean, they were down 3-0 and then came back to win it 6-5.
Yeah. I mean, that was a crazy game, dude. It felt like Colorado had they were the better team in the first period, but then the Oilers completely took over for the rest of the game until 9 minutes to go, and then then the Avalanche put up 3 goals.
Yep.
It was just insane, dude. Very, very fun game though. But what's your thoughts on that series and how that kind of played out, and what Edmonton needs to do going forward to be a Stanley Cup team? Because with Connor McDavid on your team, I think the expectation is to win Stanley Cups.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be interesting for them to move forward. I think they need to get a new goalie. Mark Smith is good when he is confident, but once that confidence shakes,
it's not consistent.
Exactly. He's a whole new person, and I think that's a major problem for the Oilers, because, and really for any team in the playoffs, because there is such an up and down, at any moment, in a game, that you need someone who can get their confidence back. And I don't see that happening. He's very kind of Martin Jones-esque. I mean, definitely better than Martin Jones, other than his, run in LA. But once you let a bad one go by, you're almost guaranteeing that you're going to let a bad one go by. but then you lose that confidence, and then
Yeah.
2 or 3 more go in, and that's just not something that the Oilers can have in the back. I was reading another thing today about Evander Kane, that the arbiter is going to be looking at Evander Kane's contract in San Jose, and the arbiter can very much go back and say his contract is not void and he's going back to San Jose. And what does San Jose do then?
Dude, like I heard that, dude, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So he played for Edmonton, and then it's like his contract isn't void, so he has to go back to the Sharks. Like, then whatever he did in Edmonton, whatever Edmonton did, like that shouldn't even count.
Well, he's on a one-year contract there, so or the remainder of the season contract there. So he wouldn't be.
The thing is like if he goes back to the Sharks, anymore. The Sharks have to keep him. They have no choice. He has too big of a contract. They can't just waive him.
No, they can't waive him, but they can trade him. And I think what he's done in the playoffs have definitely made him tradable.
Yeah, he definitely built up some trade value.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think we'll be getting much more than a bag of pucks and a couple sticks for him, but he'll at least be tradable. And that was something that he wasn't. He didn't have any trade value after his whole COVID fiasco. And it's just the I don't think it was the COVID itself and not getting his.
It was just
it was the irresponsibility behind it,
and the unprofessionalism and the immaturity.
Yeah,
kind of all that tied into it. Yeah,
but he is a hell of a hockey player. We know that he's a hell of a hockey player, and he just proved it in the playoffs here. So I think his value has built up. So if that's if that's something that happens, Sharks can either trade him, or who knows? We've got a new GM this year. So supposedly we're down to a list of 3 to 5. We were supposed to at least by the start of June. We haven't seen that list, but there's a couple people who may be able to kind of let him know how short of a stick he's on, or have that be the first trade for the new GM in San Jose.
Yeah, that would be what I would do. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's a rumor that it's Kevin Weeks. The other one I've seen is the assistant GM out of New York, which would be a good pickup too. Martin, I think Ryan Martin.
I'm always down with assistant GMs and stuff because I like I don't like retread hires, dude. I like giving somebody like an opportunity because you never know what they could do because they might be the brains behind what's going on in New York. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm always for that kind of opportunity. I'd rather have Kevin Weeks or that dude than a fucking retread GM.
Yeah. The other one that I heard was Ray Whitney.
Okay.
Sharks second pick overall back in 91.
Yeah. I would take that.
That would be interesting. He's never had any senior management positions, but neither is Weeks. Weeks at least has kind of moved himself into that broadcaster role after his very smart hockey career.
I think as long as you, especially in hockey, dude, as long as you can evaluate talent and correlate it to value, I think that's the biggest thing, dude. Like you can't lose sight of value.
Yeah.
Because that's when you get yourself into bad situations, when you overpay for players and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think broadcasting, I think that's a great opportunity. However, I do think that like as fans, we see broadcasters and we become attracted to the personality, and maybe overvalue that. But I'm not opposed to Kevin Weeks, and I'm certainly not opposed to the assistant GM in New York because they have done a hell of a job rebuilding that team very quickly.
Yep. The other person that I saw, I don't know if he's been interviewed, was Mike Greer. The old Sharks player, whose brother is
What's he doing
baseball now? GM. So
what's Greer doing now?
I don't know. I believe he's in. Let's see.
What I really want is someone that's gonna hire dudes from Yale and Harvard that are like very analytically smart because that's how those are the best guys like correlate value.
Yeah. I don't see what he's doing right now. Let's see if this new story has it. But It looks like he's either coaching or an assistant coach or coaching in AHL.
Okay. So I mean he's still evaluating talent as a coach, you know. I like that. I'm not opposed to that either. I like Greer as a player too. He was dope.
Oh, hockey operations advisor for the New York Rangers.
Bro, I'm down to get anybody from the Rangers, dude.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because at some point we got to get a goalie. We haven't had a goalie since Nabokov, really. I mean, Jones had that one run, but
yeah.
Other than that, it's been a struggle, man. We've been looking for a goalie, and the crazy thing is, like, as you know, the Sharks had great goalies for a long period of time. Steve Shields, Archer Urbe, Kippersoft, Nabokov,
Vernon,
Mike Vernon, and we just went ice cold on goalies, dude.
Yep.
Struggle.
Who did we just pick up? Kokkonen?
Yeah, some dude from University of Denver.
Well, no, that was he was from Minnesota.
Nah, the dude we just traded for. He's from, like, he's on another team. I don't know what team, but he went to the University of Denver. I don't know what team he's on now.
Let's see. Oh, Aiden Hill. We've got Aiden Hill, who's been trash.
Yeah.
Capo Kokkonen, yeah, who came over from Minnesota.
Now there's another dude we just traded for or signed or something from University of Denver.
Huh.
Chris Ransom fucking messaged me about it today.
Huh.
I forget. I gotta pull up my messages, but
yeah,
a kid out of University of Denver is supposed to be pretty good.
Okay.
He said he's probably gonna start for us next year, so that'll be interesting. But let's move into NBA Finals. Game 3. We're heading to Boston, Massachusetts. Boston. How do they say it? Boston. You garbage.
Boston. Yeah.
So we're tied up 1-1. We talked about this game, you know, pretty heavily on Sunday night. You know, I mentioned that I think both teams feel comfortable with how the series is going back to Boston. You know, if you're Boston 1-1, you're happy. If you're Golden State, the way you adjusted in game 2, you're very happy.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my action. I've been trying to get some book to bite on today, Ben. Is I 100% think, and I'm willing to put US dollars on it as some good odds. I 100% think that Draymond Green will either A, foul out, or B, get ejected in this game. 100%. And I think that totally is going to affect this game. And the reason why I say that is because he very well should have been ejected for a flagrant. For a second flagrant. No, he should have. Even Steve Javi said it. He's a rules analyst, dude. He's a former NBA ref. And he even said, like, if this wasn't game 2 in Golden State and they weren't down 0-1, like, they probably would have ejected him. If this was a regular season game, he probably would have been ejected after, because he did it twice.
Regular season game, I'd say.
He had two he basically had 2 flagrants. He had one technical foul, and then he should have been called for another flagrant. And then there's these highlights that people put together that have been circulating, which I'm sure the Celtics put together too and sent to the league, of Draymond Green literally, when he's setting screens, he's grabbing guys and holding them. And there's going to be a absolute focus. That's a moving screen, dude. And there's
absolutely. But Boston is doing it too.
No, not like, dude, there's like literally video. I'll send it to you after this, but there's going to be emphasis on Draymond Green, especially because of like how he acted in game 2, and then this video circulating. Because I guarantee the Celtics sent this to the league office and said, "Hey, like, you guys, you can't let this go. Like, he's literally grabbing guys, like tackling guys when he's setting a screen. Like, you can't allow this." And we see this every playoff game. Like, the officiating goes like this, dude. Every game, it goes. One team gets a favorable whistle, and the other team gets a favorable whistle, and then the other team gets a favorable whistle, and then the other team does. And that's how it's going to go in this game. And Draymond Green he's either getting ejected or he's fouling out, dude. And I would put $100 US on it with good odds. Like, the odds got to be like, you know, plus 300 or something. Because for that to happen, it's still like, it's not like it's a guarantee unless I'm getting information from the NBA officials, but have a good inclination because, you know, Boston or Golden State did get the better of the whistle in game 2. And I think Boston at home cooking,
Sound like
dude.
a Boston fan, man.
It's how the NBA finals have gone every fucking game, dude. Like,
it's how it's gone every single year too.
Yeah, so Boston's gonna get the whistle next game, and Draymond Green's gonna be unfortunately, he's gonna be on the wrong end of it because A, he's a physical player, and B, he's gonna have a target on his back because of the Celtics sending this video to the league office. So
yeah, I'm sure we can find just as many videos of them doing, you know, moving screens and
not like this,
holding
though,
on
dude.
that.
This is crazy.
Absolutely.
Did you see this video?
Absolutely. No, I didn't see the video. I mean, I've noticed it in the games, and I've noticed it going both ways. I've been pissed off when the Boston's doing it, and I've been, you know, again, and gotten no call, and I've been like, oh, you got lucky there when the Warriors do it, and they haven't gotten the calls. So it goes both ways.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the moving screens like this have gone both ways because I certainly haven't seen it go both ways.
Buckle down on moving screens, it's gonna go both ways.
Well, yeah,
and it's gonna cost Boston just as much as it costs.
No way, dude. Andrew Bogut even came out. Andrew Bogut even came out and said that he even said we set the most moving screens in the NBA.
It's gonna go both ways.
Yeah, it's gonna go both ways, but it's really going to affect.
They're all looking for their step ahead, and
it's really going to affect Golden State though because they're the team that abuses it the most. But what I'm saying, I think we're really getting away from is that there's going to be an emphasis on Draymond Green because of how he acted in Game 2, coupled with the moving screens. That there's literally this video is crazy, man. Like. It's like 5 minutes of Draymond Green tackling dudes in one game. It's not just.
If I had the time, I'd go do it for the Boston because it happens there all the time too.
Not like this though, bro.
If it was put up, you'd see it as well. So
not like this because I'm sure you know there's a lot of people with a lot of time on Twitter, and there ain't no. This isn't even a Boston fan, dude. This was a literally verified account.
Or an anti Warriors fan being pissy.
This was a verified account that put up this video, and because the reason why they did it was because Draymond was like talking so much after. They're like, man, this is crazy. Even Kyle Kuzma even mentioned something about it. I mean, dude,
Kuzma's got a lot of finals experience.
This isn't. Well, I mean, he has a championship.
One.
I mean, that's more than a lot of guys.
Wasn't a major player in that either, but
he was a role player in it. But the point is that, I mean, take off the Warriors hat for a minute. Draymond Green is going to have a target on his back.
Oh, absolutely. Draymond Green has a target on his back every single game.
But he didn't in Game 2.
He's built that.
Bro tackled Jaylen Brown and pulled his shorts down.
He did not tackle him. Give me a break.
He pulled him down by his shorts.
He got up and pulled him by the shorts to get up because Brown was standing over him, taunting him after that. Man. After he just pushed him off.
Yeah, and it should have been a double tech, and then Draymond would have been ejected because that would have been his second technical in the game.
But it's the finals, and it doesn't happen in the playoffs.
But that's the thing is like they've been calling that all fine. They've been calling it all playoffs.
The final. They haven't been calling that all playoffs.
Bro, they've been calling garbage ass technicals all playoffs. We're not gonna sit here and say that they have not been calling that. They have absolutely been calling
double text to get people kicked out.
No, they've been calling double text for plays similar to that. And the reason why they didn't call it there was so that Draymond wouldn't get ejected because the Warriors were down 0-1 at home. He gets ejected, they definitely lose the game. They go down 0-2. The NBA don't want that. Nobody wants that. The fans don't want that. I don't want to see that. Mm-hmm. But this next game, he's certainly going to have a target on his back by the officials because they are going to say, like, hey, like they were not going to eject him, dude. I think that's why he played so physical, is because he knows down 0-1 at home, they're not going to boot him, dude, in the NBA Finals. But now they go back to the road to Boston. He needs to be a little bit more careful because now they're going to call that kind of stuff on him. It's going to happen. They're not going to let it just slide all series, dude.
I don't buy it.
All right, so when Draymond Green gets ejected tomorrow, I want an apology on video or fouls out. I want an apology saying...
An apology?
Yeah, saying, I'm sorry, Jordan, you were absolutely right. Because I'm telling you, dude, he's getting ejected or he's fouling out tomorrow.
All right.
Or he's going to get like 3 quick fouls, and it's going to change the whole course of the game.
Oh.
It's going to happen, dude. It's happened
I'll
all
believe it when I
playoffs,
see
dude.
it.
It's happened all playoffs long. The officiating goes one way, then goes the complete opposite the next game.
I'll be excited for you to eat crow after this. So,
I mean, if he doesn't foul out, so be it, dude. He doesn't. But if his fouls become an issue that change the course of the game, then I'm still, in my opinion, correct, because I think there's 3 things that are going to happen. He's either going to get a lot of quick fouls, which is going to put him in foul trouble, which is going to change the way he has to play the game, or he's going to get ejected, or he's going to foul out, like, in the third quarter, which is going to change the trajectory of the game. Because, Draymond's not a good offensive player, but they absolutely need him on defense.
oh, absolutely.
So without him, because, I mean, he really changed the way Jaylen Brown played. Jaylen Brown had like 13 points in the first quarter. He starts guarding him. Jaylen Brown had 2 points the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Yep.
Right now, the Warriors plus 3.5, Boston minus 3.5. We're seeing a ton of action on Golden State again, just like we did in the games 1 and 2.
Yeah. It kind of surprises me that it's sitting at 3.5
Why?
because Boston's at home.
Well, no, I mean, like, it's just saying they're like, I'm honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't 3. I was shocked it was 3.5.
Well, but you usually get 3 points for being the home team. So they're saying that the Warriors are 6-point favors here, 6.5. I don't think that's the case.
No, because I mean, I don't know. I was shocked it opened at 3.5. I thought it was going to open at 3. I thought it was going to get bet down, but it hasn't. Even though all the money's on Golden State, it still hasn't moved to 3, which is shocking to me. And then the over-under is 212. It got bet up to 212.5, then got bet back down to 212. So a lot of money coming in on the under.
Yeah, I'd go the under here too.
Yeah, I like the under as well. I think the under is a smart play because I think these teams are pretty defensive.
Yeah, I think that's the only bet that I'd take on this game. I mean, I again still have this going, 6 or 7, and that's going to include a split in Boston, just like the split in San Francisco happened.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the other way around. I thought we're going to take game 1, Boston take game 2. That flip-flopped. But I still think we're going to have a split here in Boston. I don't know if Boston's going to take game 1 or if they're going to take game 2 in Boston. I don't know how this is going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know I keep going back to, the Warriors only put up 107 points and Boston played like shit. They had 19 turnovers, 33 points off 19 turnovers. I don't think that's going to happen again. So that's why I like the under here.
Well, yes, a lot of turnovers, but a lot of that was also steals.
There's a lot of unforced turnovers that are also counted as steals. Like when they throw the ball to a guy that's not even within 5 feet of the basketball because they think he's going to cut, but he doesn't cut.
Yeah.
I don't think Boston's going to do that again. But at the same time, like I think this is going to be a defensive series, so I don't think either team is going to kind of erupt like they did in game 1, where both teams were pretty good offensively. Yeah. The Warriors were pretty good offensively for 3 quarters. Boston was really fucking good for 1 quarter, and then they were also good in quarters 1 and 2. So I think the under is a good play here.
Yeah, I think under is a good play. I'm going to go Warriors on this one, just because
You're a Warriors fan.
What's that?
Just because you're a Warriors fan.
No,
you can say
just because Boston has won every single game after they've lost. I just don't think that streak continues. At some point that is going to end. And I think it's going to be, game 3 here. But I think we're going to be leaving Boston at 2-2. So these are just 2 great teams. I think the Warriors come in and, give a little bit more emphasis in game 3 because Boston won game 1 in Golden State. So I think they have to come out stronger and kind of show Boston that, hey, we can win on your home floor too.
Yeah. I like Boston in this game just because I do think that Draymond Green is going to get affected by the whistle. Mm-hmm. And I think Boston's going to get a favorable whistle, to be honest, in this game. And then it could switch to game 4. Because you're right, dude. This very well could be a split here. But I think Boston's going to take 3. If the Warriors are going to win 1, it's going to be game 4.
Yeah.
Should be good, though. It's going to be a great game.
It's going to be a great game.
Very much looking forward to it. I'm just fucking annoyed because, dude, like, why do we get, like, 2 games in a week? Like, why do we have so many days off in between these games, dude?
It's been weird to see 3 days in between each game. We do move to, Wednesday, Friday, which, has our 2 games or 2 days in between. So that kind of gets back to things. What is it? Wednesday, Friday,
Sunday.
Yeah. So we get back to, the not every other day, but every third
Sunday
day.
prime time. For some reason, they hate Saturdays, dude. I don't get it.
Yeah. What time is that Sunday game?
Probably 5. Usually all the finals games are the evening.
Are they all at 5?
Yeah, they're like 5, but they don't tip off till like 5:30. Supposed to tip off at 5, but they tip off at 5:30.
Yeah, let's see. 6, 6, 6.
Oh, 6 o'clock.
Oh no, it's on. Wait. It's on Monday. Wednesday, Friday, Monday. Yeah.
What the fuck is with all these days off? Like, dude, come on. What are we doing?
Is there a concert at the Chase Center? That's my only on a Sunday night. I don't know. And then we go from Monday to Thursday.
Bro, the finals could literally 7 games. It could take 21 days, dude.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Game 7 is on the 19th. When did
12 days from now? The game 1 was on what? The 2nd? The 1st?
2nd. Yeah, I think you're right.
So 17 days between in a 7-game series, dude.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
Hold on, let's see.
Like, why? What are we doing?
Game 1 was...
Was it the 1st or the 2nd? It was Thursday, right?
Of course, it doesn't tell me on here.
Pretty sure we went Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, Thursday. Yep, Thursday the 2nd.
Yeah, so
17 days. Yep.
It's
nuts,
fuck, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right.
All right, Ben. Let's get some best bets for the people for not Monday. Let me say Sunday, dude. For Wednesday,
Yep.
dude. What do you like on Wednesday?
So I'm gonna go with 2 baseball bets for tomorrow.
Okay.
We're gonna go with San Francisco, Colorado. We've got Alex Wood and Antonio Senzilla on the hill. Senzilla has a 5.4 ERA. Wood is going a 4.66 ERA. So we are going to go the first 5 over 4. Both of these pitchers have kind of struggled against each other or against these teams. Granted, the first game that they both pitched against was in Colorado, and that was an 11-point game. Game 2 was a 13-run game, and that was in San Francisco. So both of these pitchers kind of got beat up. And, look at Senzilla's last outing. He had 13 hits, 6 earned runs. And you go over to Alex Wood. He had 4 hits, 2 earned runs in his last start. And when he played in Colorado, he did go, he didn't go distance here. 5 1/3 with 7 hits, 2 runs, and 4 1/3 with 6 hits, 1 run. I'm sorry, with 3 earned runs. So both of these pitchers like to give up hits to the opposing team. So we're going to go first 5 over 4. Next game we're going to go to is we are going to go to the Dodgers and the White Sox. Dodgers really need to turn things around, and they've got Gonsolin on the hill, which is he's 6-0 with a 1.59 ERA going up against Johnny Cueto, who is 0-2 with a 2.92 ERA. Cueto started really hot in his first 2 starts against the Royals and the Yankees, but has very, very, very much cooled off in his last 2 most recent starts. He's only got 4 starts. Going against the Cubs, he went 6 2/3, 9 hits, 5 earned runs. And then Toronto, he went 6 innings, 7 hits with 3 earned runs. So I'm going to go first 5 minus a half a run to the Dodgers. And I'm really even going to go full game at minus 1.5 here. I think both of these will cash with the way that the Dodgers really need to come back in, and Gonsolin has been pitching well.
Yeah, Gonsolin has been. He's probably, him and Tyler Anderson have probably been their 2 best pitchers. But
yeah.
Oh man, it's crazy what's going on in LA right now. But they were due for a little slump. They'll bounce back.
And 5-5, 500 is not that bad of a slump.
Yeah,
losing 3 straight to the Pirates hurts,
that is pretty bad.
Yeah,
that's true. All right, I got a couple best bets here. So my first best bet, I'm going Mariners money line plus 126 at the Houston Astros. The Mariners are 5th in WRC plus versus right-handed pitching, and they absolutely lit the fuck up Christian Javier, who had an under 1 ERA at home on Monday. And Urquidy has a minus 3.3 wins versus on the fastball, and the Mariners are 1st in Major League Baseball hitting the fastball. And last time out versus Seattle, Urquidy gave up 5 earned runs in 4 2/3 innings for Seattle. Seattle is also 5th in WRC plus in the last 6 days. They have absolutely been swinging the sticks well. And Houston is 12th in WRC plus at home this season. They performed a lot better on the road. So give me the Mariners here. This game should be more like minus 105, minus 110 for the Mariners. Plus Logan Gilbert's on the mound for the Mariners. He's their best pitcher.
Before you go on to your next bet, did you see J-Rod's homer in the 9th the other night?
Yeah, man. J-Rod is like, he's the AL Rookie of the Year in my opinion right now, and he is playing absolutely fucking incredible. The Mariners are really starting to turn it on. It's really just their starting pitching, dude. Like, because outside of Logan Gilbert, their starting pitching has been really up and down. Then my second best bet, we're going under 212 Warriors and Celtics. I like that bet there. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game at all. I think this is 2 of the best defensive teams left in the league. So give me that under 212. Let's head to the window. Let's make this money, Ben.
Hell yeah.
And then we're going to get out of here.
Before we go, what'd you think of that strawberry beer?
Oh, it was all right, dude. It wasn't like one of the better ones I've had. I'd probably give it like a 3.75 out of 4. I'd probably drink it. Dude, the Angels are so fucking pathetic, though, dude.
Uh-oh.
Dude, the Angels had runners on 1st and 2nd, no outs, bottom of the 9th, and didn't even score a run.
Yeah.
Whoo, man.
Ooh.
Angels are trying not to lose 13 in a row.
Yeah. Broncos just reached a deal. $4.65 billion.
Is it to that Walmart guy?
I believe so. The Walton and Penner family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy, bro.
Yep. Walmart guy.
It's a lot of money.
4.65 bill.
They should just like disperse that throughout every American, dude.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
It'd be very nice.
Yeah.
But thank y'all for joining us. Make sure to go to theyre.com or download the Theyre app straight to your mobile device. Use promo code Taproom for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. For Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson, I am Jordan. Stacks on stacks on stacks. We will see y'all later. We'll be back Sunday. I will be back tomorrow night with Raider Eddie and Irvin. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Let's make this money. You should probably fade me on all my picks right now because I'm fucking ice cold.